Welcome. My name is Thomas. I'm here to share in this video tax updates overview for the upcoming tax season, which starts in January of 2022, dealing with tax year 2021. So I'm gonna just do a few things talking about the new changes that's going to take place. That's going to greatly affect some people who definitely didn't work. So if you didn't work at all last year, but you got all that unemployment money, you're going to be affected the most by this uh, change that's happening for the upcoming tax season, because a lot of people who got the unemployment, they didn't have federal and state taxes taken out of that money on top of that. And then on top of that fact, you don't get earned income credit for that type of income. So now you're in a situation where you're in a hole. So for people who got unemployment, who didn't take no federal and state taxes out, generally, if it's over a certain dollar amount, they end up owing money, compounded on top of the fact that you got advanced tax credit payments in 2021 that they're going to take out of your possible refund. On top of that, it's going to put you in a hole. So for people who strictly just got unemployment, didn't work, and you got a significant amount of unemployment with no federal state taxes taken out of it at all, you're definitely looking at a deficit situation where you're looking to owe the IRS money. And so I'm just trying to give you a heads up on what that's going to look like for people who strictly didn't work in 2021, but got a lot of unemployment. Myself included, I got 14,000 of that. But with the new changes that happened with the rescue plan, they deducted 10,000 of that for everybody who filed unemployment on their tax returns for the 2021 tax season. But what happened was, for people who filed after before March 15th, they didn't get that deduction off their tax return right away because the law didn't kick in until March 15th of 2021. So for all those people who filed before then, they got some type of plus up payment sent back to them, supposedly, for the difference of having that $10,000 deducted off their tax return that they didn't get a chance to do because they had filed before March 15th, before this new law had kicked in. So for the upcoming tax season, again, the most affected people that's going to definitely be in a hole possibly will be people who got unemployment only, had no federal state taxes taken out, and had the advanced tax payment money received over the last 6 months. You're looking at definitely being in a hole when it comes to owing the IRS. That's not nothing definite. I don't know. I don't have your figures. I don't have your overall situation. But from what it's looking like, it's a good chance it's some people who are going to owe the IRS federal taxes because they got a lot of unemployment. They didn't have no federal state taxes taken out of that unemployment. And on top of that, they got the advanced child tax payment that didn't help their situation at all. So if you fall into that possible category, what you might want to do is reach out to the person that prepares your taxes. And if you have an idea of how much you received in unemployment already, and you know you don't have federal and state taxes taken out of it, then you can get them to do a rough estimate of what you might be looking at in 2021 if they got the software already to do that with. And so you can basically go to all the free sites. They ready to let you put the data in when it comes to the 2021 changes. You might not be able to print anything out at this point, but you can at least put the data in to get a look at what you're looking at and what you owe. On the screen here, you're looking at my tax preparation guide. I wrote this last year, and these are the action steps that I walk my clients through who looking to start their own tax preparation service. I'm selling this guide for $27 last year when I first started selling it. I got it on sale right now on my Etsy, which is selling for $10, and I've actually sold about 4 or 5 of them already on Etsy. Believe it or not, it's just you don't know what sites and platforms that you can be able to sell stuff on until you start doing it. So if you're looking to make sure that you're in a better situation for this upcoming tax season than you was this year, then you definitely want to get ahead of the game, reach out to your tax professional, sit down and talk and try to get a rough estimate of what you possibly looking like for next year already. Don't wait till January or February or March when it's time to go see your people to get your taxes done. Try to find out now, especially if you're a person who got nothing but unemployment, didn't have no federal state taxes taken out. You definitely want to go ahead of time talk to your people, try to get a rough estimate going to see what you're looking like when it comes to what possible refund or balance due you may be in for 2022 tax year, dealing with 2021 tax return. Uh, and so what's happening is they've lowered the age requirements as far as getting earning tax credit. So instead of having to be 25, I think they lowered it to 18 or 19. So if you fall into that age group and you made under a certain dollar amount, now you can receive some type of earned income tax credit for single filers who have no kids. So that's one of the new changes that's coming up for next year. Another new change is child care expenses. They're making that a refundable credit next year, meaning if you pay child care expenses for your children to be watched by a child care center or by an individual because you had to go to work and you need someone to watch your kids and you paid money out for that, then you can fill out a 2441 form and see what type of refundable credit you'll get back for that expense that you had for child care. So that's another new change for the upcoming tax season that you want to look into, especially if you're the person that had child care expenses for 2021. You definitely want to look into that. Basically, they sent out a letter to everyone who got the advanced child tax credit payment. You want to keep that letter, put it with all your tax files. So when it's time to go file your taxes, you have that letter because that's going to tell you how much that you received in advance payments for the kids that qualify for child tax credit. That's going to go on the tax return because they're going to ask that question. And so even though they already know what they sent you, they want you to know what they sent you by sending you out this letter that you're going to take that information, give to your tax professional. They're going to use that, put that dollar amount in that's going to help calculate whatever your possible return may look like, because that's going to be really important. And so these are the things you definitely want to be on top of. You definitely want to see about now versus later. You don't want to go in there nonchalantly and whatever time you normally go file to realize that, hey, you're going to end up on money this year because you got advanced tax payments. And on top of that, you only had unemployment and you didn't have the federal state taxes taken out of none of that, which makes that situation even worse. So if you fall into that category, please reach out to the people that's going to prepare your taxes to give you a rough estimate of seeing if you're going to owe any taxes next year at all or not. Because for people who got unemployment only, it's a good chance if you got a certain dollar amount, you might end up on taxes based on how much that dollar amount was. And the only good thing about that situation is, I don't know if they're doing the same thing they did for this upcoming tax season for the unemployment that you might have gotten for this year going into the filing season. See, the money we got in 2020, we was able to deduct 10,000 off that. I'm not sure if they're gonna do the same thing with the money we got in 2021 for filing taxes or not. And so since I'm not sure about that right now, you definitely want to go and see your tax professional, try to get a rough estimate of what you're looking like, because you don't want to be surprised and to find out that, hey, you're not getting a tax refund at all. And by the way, you might be even owing money. It's not something you want to have to put yourself through. But if it happens, at least you want to know ahead of time so you can make adjustments and arrangements when it comes to your overall financial situation. Far as maybe you may not working right now, or you look to go back to work, and if you look into owe money, you might decide you want to go back to work early versus sooner. So it's just different factors and variables you want to have in place to check out to make sure how you're looking for the upcoming tax season. And so when it comes to these different changes that's taking place on this tax season, even though there's some things that's been put in place, like the child care credit, refundable portion, lowering the age for earned income credit for single people, and things of that nature, you want to make sure that your tax situation is in order by getting everything that you need to have in order now, having it put in a designated spot. So when it's time to go file your tax return, you don't have to go around looking for all these different things because you got them in a designated folder in a designated spot that you can grab and go out the door to and meet with your tax professional on seeing how you look for the upcoming tax season. And so what I'm doing for people is, like I said, I got this guide on sale at Etsy for 10, and then I'm doing a special starting January through January 31st, where if you want your taxes prepared by me, and I might be new to you, the special is I'm doing a one-time fee of $159, and that's regardless if you're self-employed or not. That's the fee you'll pay to get your tax prepared by me for upcoming tax season, which starts in January of 2022. And this special lasts from January the 1st to January 31st. After that, February 1st, I'll go back to my regular rates with my standard pricing of $350, $450 on up. So if you want to take advantage of that situation, and this mainly for people who probably don't have a place to go on a consistent basis that they're comfortable with, and you're still trying to find that one that you can connect with, who can do your tax returns year after year after year, that you feel comfortable and confident in. And then on top of that, I have a special program where I teach people how to do their own tax returns based on their own individual situations. And believe it or not, it's much easier to teach you how to do your own tax return based on you than you trying to learn how to do tax returns based on everyone. And so when it comes to taking the tax preparation course and learning how to do taxes for a company or for a business, you have to know so much information that you'll never learn it all. But as you do the work, as you be in this industry, as you grow and learn, some of that stuff will stick to you, some of it won't. But you'll never learn all the information needed in this industry of tax preparation and taxation. But when it comes to teaching you how to do your own tax returns, it's much simpler, because everything we're going to be talking about is going to deal with you and only you concerning your individual situation, and the knowledge and information you're going to learn is going to be all about you and only you. So that makes it easier to teach you how to prepare your own individual income taxes, because this information is going to be all about you only. We're not going to be concerned about anything else when it comes to this knowledge and skills that you're going to learn, but applying it to you and only you. So you're not going to have to worry about other people in their situations, only if they qualify for this or that or not, because this is all about teaching you how to do your own tax returns based on you. So if you're self-employed and you're going to a tax preparation office and you're paying $500, $600, $700 a year to get your taxes done, this course can teach you how to do your own taxes from a very simple standpoint, that you don't have to go pay people $500, $600, $700 year after year again if you got the heart's desire to learn how to prepare your own income taxes. And this applies for people who work a job as well, or who might have a job as well as being self-employed, who want to learn how to do their own tax returns, and who don't want to go pay a tax service to get them done year after year like they've been doing. So if you want to take advantage of this special promotion where I teach you how to prepare your own income taxes for yourself, then you reach out to me and give me a call at 773-782-1320, or email me at thomas@workwthomas.com, where we can set up a coaching call and I can educate you and show you what this is going to look like on helping you learn how to prepare your own income taxes for yourself, where you can save whatever money you're spending on tax preparation fees by going to a tax service year after year after year. So if you're interested in that opportunity, reach out to me, let me know. This here opportunity is only going to last from January the 1st to the 31st, because as we go into February, which is the peak season, it gets much busier and much busier and much busier. So the quicker you reach out to me for this opportunity to learn how to do your own tax returns, the better. And so when it's all said and done, the different changes that's taking place, which starts next month, again, buyers beware, for people who got unemployment only, and you didn't have no federal state taxes taken out, and you got that child tax advance payment also, it's a good chance you may end up on the IRS. I'm not sure. I don't know. That's why you want to go talk to your tax professional now and sit down with them, give them what you have to get a rough estimate of how you're looking for next year. And I'll see you in my next video.